crafting friends. Nana K here with NanaKDesigns.com and the Altered Book Nook on Etsy.com. We are still working on the 'Tis the Season journal, coming right along, guys. We're going to breeze right on through this one, I hope, as long as the weather holds out, my health holds out, and everybody leaves me alone. So we're going to keep right on moving. I want to thank you guys who are following on a regular basis. You're just really, really special to me. Thank you for all the wonderful comments I've had in the last couple of days. We have managed to get a couple of videos up yesterday, and we've had a good response from them. I really appreciate it. I hope you, if you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you and hope you'll start following me. I really have some little different ideas, some of the same techniques, little different ideas, little twisted things that are going on. So I hope you'll follow me some and like and subscribe and keep joining me here. I really am diving heavy into this one. I am using a lot of different techniques in this particular journal, but I'm also using techniques that are really quick, simple, and keeping the journals a little flatter than I normally do, because I am going to leave blank pages so that there's plenty of room to add stuff to. So we're going to be working on this signature today. I'm going to try to stay in frame. I made me a little mark here so I'll know where my frame is at. I'm hoping I'm not going to shake anything. Anyway, I've already got just two simple things here and here on this page, and we're going to work on this one today. And today we're going to use, this is our background. So this will be our background today that we will be putting into the book. So set it aside, like I told you in the last video. We've gone ahead and stitched our signatures together to keep everything in the proper order for myself, just to stay focused. And we're going to design everything on our little insert background. So that's where we are on this. Okay, so we're going to start with this background. Then what we're going to do today is we're going to be stacking 3 journal cards again today, but this time we're going to do like a gift stack. It's right on top of each other. 3 tiers. So this is what we're going to do today. And I have chose these 3 papers to make my stack. And I am not using already pre-prepped journal cards. I am using just sheets from kits I've got already, or big books I've gotten from Michael's, and I'm going to cut and make my stack with these. These will be pocket stacks, so there will be stuff behind them all the way up the stack. I know we're going to do 3, and we might possibly do 4. So let's get started and see what we want. So the next background I want is this mouse. This is going to go opposite this page. So this mouse has a lot of red. So we're going to do our next one here, and I'm going to measure it. Hopefully measure it properly. Give myself about the same amount of space on that side there. And then I'm going to give myself about the same amount of space here. So that's my cut lines right there. And I may use my cutting board if I have it right handy. And I do. It's right here. Give me just a second. I'm going to grab it. I don't normally cut at my desk like this. I usually use my blade. But for some reason lately my blades are just slipping with me. So I'm going to use this cutter. I have a little struggle getting it open once I close it. But we're going to go with this one. Keep my paper aside. Could use it again. Okay, and that other line was right there. So let's get it cut. And then let's make sure it's the right one that we want. Set my cutter aside from what was there. How easy that was in using my blade. You do how you want, but I really needed to utilize that. Okay, so now what we've got here is we have our first card. And because we're going to be putting another layer on, there's not a lot of decorating we do to this card. So we're going to go ahead and glue this one on. But before I do, I have to decide, where do I want my pocket to come out at? And I think I'm going to pull my pocket. Let me see, it's going on this side. So I want my pocket coming from this outside edge here. All right, so we're going to go here, here, and here, and go ahead and let's get this piece down. But before I do, I'm going to go in and see if I can find my, got to do my inking, because again, you know, if you watch me very much, I'm not a fan of white space. So I'm going to get rid of this white edge here. Just a little bit of dab, just up and down, and just gets rid of the edge. Don't really have to do a lot on top because you're not going to see it. The color's too much the same. But if you get a little on top, it's not going to hurt a thing. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one too. This kind of distinguishes it from the coffee dyed paper that I have there. And I'm going to stay with the same thing that I did before. I'm going to round my edges. That's just me, preference. You don't have to do it. I'm going to use the largest rounder for this one. And I've got to restain that edge, those corners. But we're going to use the largest one for this one. Stain those corners again. Then we're going to use the medium one for this one. This is just to, take away some of that boredom. If you really wanted to, you could have come in with a fancy punch, which I have right here. It's my fancy punch, and I may do that on the next level. But you can always do different kind of corners to just break the monotony of whatever you're doing. If it's monotonous to you, this is not monotonous to me. This is so therapeutic to me. Like I said yesterday when I was doing videos, I have been down with COVID and the flu both. And I'll tell you, I am ready to get out of the house and out of that bed. I don't think I could have took another day of it. I only got a negative test, so I thought, well, it's safe to come back and work on stuff. The hubby didn't want me out today. It's really chilly outside, and I think he just is afraid this COVID stuff that it's still lingering. It's not. The COVID test was negative, and I took that new drug called Paxlovid. And it has not gone into my lungs, and that's a miracle because I have chronic asthma, and everything always goes into my lungs, the bronchitis, everything. I can always count on having a cough and all that. Not so far, and I thank the Lord for it. It's been wonderful. All right, we've got this one down. That's our next layer. We've got a pocket here. We'll fish something pretty to go in there, and I'm probably going to use this little fella. I want to make sure it works before I do it. He might be a little too wide. He might just be, and that really disappoints me because he is so cute. So we'll do him later. All right, we'll do something similar though. I'm going to find another card that's close to that length of this one, and we're going to use it, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it if I can find one. I hope I have one. We'll look for it in a minute. Let's go ahead and do the layers first. Let's get the base done. But we got a pocket here now, and I did not put a little tab, and I'm not going to, because we're going to actually put a card in here that's going to have a little pull on it. My next layer is going to be this one, and I want to do it just about the same. It again blends. Let me move this so you can continue to see the page we're working on. It still blends with the colors in this page, and it's going to be facing it, so we're going to go with that. We're going to go right here and right here and cut that one. So let's grab our cutter real quick. Okay. All right, find the line. That's always a problem when you got a lot of busyness in the paper. So sometimes finding my line is not that easy. Save this for something else. Don't throw your paper away. Okay. Make a lot of cards out of that piece of paper. And I got a line right there. So, line it up right here. Whoops, wrong one. All right, so this is our next layer. Now, where do we want I think this one's going to be all right if it comes out this side this time. So we're going to come out this side with the layer. So I'm going to put my finger and hold it, and then I'm going to glue these three sides. Whoops, no, we're not. What did I forget? Did anybody notice what I forgot? I forgot to do my corners. Got to keep the thing the same. I'm still staying with the medium, because this is a pretty big tag. So I'm still clipping the medium corner here. That didn't work out all that great. And we got to do our normal. I'm going to keep going too fast here. Got to keep my mind on what I'm doing. Okay, so now this one's going to be real simple today. Okay, till we get to making the cards to go inside. All right, that pocket's going there, grabbing it here. Now we can glue her. I really want to keep it thin because I want to be able to get as big of a card in there as I possibly can, or maybe this one. We might could do 2 cards. Think a second before I go. I want to talk myself through this. Do I want to split it in half and put 2 cards? And I think I do. Just for the fun of it, guys. I just want to kind of make a middle way mark and do 2 cards. So we're going to do 2 cards in this one. And that's what I do a lot of times. I change my mind mid-glue. But that's what makes it fun. So now we've got 2 pockets here. Let's set. We're going to go with our final pocket, which is going to be our lined print to give us the journaling space that we want, I think. That's what I want. Okay. And I'm going to make this one a little bigger. I don't want it to be too thin since it's that. Okay, and we're going to cut it right here and right about here. All right, let's get our cutting board again and do this one. I really like my bullet cutting board better than I do my blade right now. It's just working better for me. Better on my eyesight too. But let me put this down. I tore a little bit of, which really doesn't matter. It might show up not looking all that great. So let's try to squeeze that off. And if I can't do it that way, I'll have another way to do it. And I'll get it in just a second. All right, this one's going to cut this way. I don't think we're even going to, yeah, it's right there, that edge. Yep, it's going to show. So we'll turn it up in just a second. Okay. It was right down that edge. It's not enough to really matter, and you probably can't see it, but I can. And I am just particular, but I got it off right there. Just that little tiny sliver made a big difference in my eye when I noticed it. Okay, so now we're going to put this here. Now, I'm not going to glue that down right now because my brain's in a whirl right now. And so this is something I do a lot when I'm doing this. My brain works, sees things, and it's contemplating things as I'm going along of what I can do. I'm using the small corner tab on this one. I am going to do it this way so far. I think we're where I want to be. But I'm trying to decide if I want to flip this up. And if I do, I should have used a printed background. I'm thinking I want to flip that up. We don't have a flip or flop on this one. We were trying to keep it simple, but I might want to flip it that way. Let me see if I got a card stock that's got the back printed. I don't know why I wouldn't. I printed so much. That's okay. We can put something in. I've got some paper ones I can put on the back there. That's not a big deal at all. I got some flaps. No big deal. Let's go with it. Let's decide. Do we want to just do a single pocket here on this side and keep this real simple? I think I do. I do. Since I don't have a printed back, I'm not going to make a flip out on this piece right here. I'm just going to decorate. All right, yeah, let's keep this one kind of flat and simple like we originally planned. I don't want to go all over the board. And so now the oven is going to be on this side, and I'm going to just do one big opening with this one. I'm not going to make the double like the last layer was. Let's try to get this kind of in the center. Close as we can, judging it, and straight as we can, judging it. All right, so now there is our base. Our base is done. Okay, our base is done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this top a little bit. And we may do something really special with it. Okay, this card, let's see if this card's going to fit in. If it does, that'll take care of some of what my intent was. This one's way too wide. This one is about right, I think. So let's slide him in and see if he's going to work in there. And he does, because we're going to pull these out this side, so he's going to work. So let me show you this card. This card's what's going in here, and then so we're going to take this thing, if we got enough fussy cuts to kind of add a little bit of fussy cut to the top of this and decorate. We still want this as journaling space on top, but on the back of this card, you also have journaling space that pulls out like this. So you've got a lot of journaling space on that one little card, and then it tucks under there like that. So it's kind of a hidden journaling spot behind that card. So we're going to slide him in there. All right, and now I really want to, this is a tea bag. No, I don't want that one. I want some kind of cute, like maybe a poinsettia. I'm going to pull out my die cuts out of the bag, because when I get them, they're really prongs or loose like this, they just tangle all up. So I have to kind of pull them out like this. Okay, that's nice right there. Let's see what we've got in cutouts. These cutouts that I'm using here, again, came from Rach and Bella Collaboration 2023. So I am still using some of her kit. These are the cutouts from my own kit. Excuse me. What I'm looking for is either some kind of snowy something to go in here to match this snowman here. Could be a deer, something that's standing in the snow. Could be another snowman. The house is too big. I think a cookie's simple. And that snowman is, you know what? We could trim him down. I think this is the one we're going to grab. Put him on the front. Gives it some writing space. Put this here. I don't have a, let me see if I got a small die cut poinsettia. I really need to do some more of my, oh yeah, I got a nice die cut poinsettia right there. Okay guys, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to take my pencil and look, I need to trim it. I want it to stay on the actual card itself, so I don't want all this extra. So we're going to pull this off right here. Hopefully I can clip it straight with my scissors this one time. Get it lined up like that. And get it lined up like that. Oh yeah, we got him on there. You can keep this open as a tuck spot. So we're just going to do him at the bottom and a little bit up the side, just a little bit. Give him a little tuck spot area there. Semi-pocket tuck spot, whatever you want to call it. We're going to put him right there. Don't get on my card. Get out of there for a second. No glue on card, please. All right, so he matches up a little bit. I don't want to do a lot of red in him. But I do want to knock off some of the white. And again, I didn't do that one, but that's okay. Wasn't that white. All right, now I want to take a prong of this, a prong of that. Maybe a little holly. No, definitely a poinsettia. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Let's go. Let's put a little cedar up there on him. And this is just simply a little bit of decoration on the top to divulge away from that a little bit. You just got a tuck spot here, like we said. And now we're going to put the poinsettia right there. Do not want it to interfere with the pocket. So be careful when you're doing that. When you're gluing that down, make sure it's not interfering with your pocket. That's one thing you don't want to do. Even if your card's not as large as your pocket, you still don't want it to interfere with that pocket. So I'm going to try to twist this. If it'll let go of my finger. a little so that these two are not interfering in the pocket. All right, so there is that. All right, on the front is done. We've got this little pocket with something in it. Now, I've got to come here and find 2 cards, go there and there. I'm going to pull out some of my cards I've already done, and if I can't find one, we'll find something else. Okay, here's one. It kind of matches. Looks like it's going to fit, and it fits all the way. So, again, we're going to round the corners because that's the thing we're saying with this one. And I'm just going to do the small one. It doesn't have to be real big corners. Just round it up enough to break that square monotony look. And I am going to do a little bit of just a tinge of the red on the edges. Now, if this card did not stick out as much as it did, I would put a little tab on it, the top. So that's something to consider, but this is fine, and it doesn't. There's another snowy one. I hope it's going to fit right there. It does with no issue, so let's get the corners, again, using just a small punch. These already have these cute little journaling spots on the back, so not a lot has to be done. But if you wanted to go do the same thing on this card here, if you wanted to go, all right, that one's not punched properly. We're going to try again. It looks like the glue didn't grab it really well on this corner, and I'm going to go in and, well, got it that time. Okay. All right, and we're going to do a little red. You can go in and add you can go in and add this to these cards if you wanted to. This is flat enough. If you got a little more bulk, it's not going to hurt. And this is a simple do. All I did, but we'll do one in a few minutes. But I attached this just to the bottom here and lined it up and just folded it where it would tuck. And then I put this on the base card where it would just tuck under. Just anything you can do to give a little extra journaling spot and different from what others are doing. Again, a lot of my writing spots like that come from inspiration from Katie Maurer. She does a lot of this kind of stuff, so I really use a lot of her ideas and try to redo them and make them into my own. Okay, I'm not sure if I want... kind of like, well, maybe we'll do something else. Okay, now we've got this large pocket here. I really wanted to do that one, but it was too big, and I don't think I have anything in between. So I may have to take that one. I can chop this one down. But again, this one is the same way. It's one of the special pockets that I did that just grabs into there, and it opens, and there's cards in there. So let's see if we can chop it up to make it work. Okay, I don't usually do this one. I've got one already made. I got to be really careful in this bottom not to trim off my paper. So I'm going to turn it this way. And you know what? Let me see how deep it's going to go. Might better trim from this top. I got more space at the top I can trim than I do at that bottom. So we're going to have to go to the top. Let's keep it on this side so I can make sure I'm not hitting my fold line. I did not mean to do that. How in the world did I do that? I don't know. There we go. All right, let's get her back in there. Let's take it at the top. Don't want to tear it. I don't think much below that. I'm going to have to press hard because I've got several layers there. Okay, and it didn't press all the way, so I'm going to have to do it again. And that's always where I run into my snag when I try to do something a second time, but right there, we got it, I think. There we go. Okay. Turn it back up a little. Those ragged edges were. Let's go in with some of the color. I'm going to cut all the green off except that bottom. Okay, so how much space do I think I need? I think I need to cut about 1/4 inch off each side. Excuse me. I was bragging about not coughing, and here I am trying to cough. You guys gonna have to pray for me. Yeah, okay. Because I don't want to go to no hospital. I got a negative COVID test on. I don't have COVID anymore. Just hope this mess don't go into bronchitis, which is what it tries to do on me. All right, let's edge it out again. Let's use the cutter. Excuse the noises I keep making. I keep making a lot of racket, don't I, guys? Not sure if I can actually cut that off without cutting too much of the card. Yeah, that's going to cut too much, so we're not even going to attempt that. Okay, just going to leave that green there. Again, this is a tuck spot with a fold out. Oh, we got to get the pocket made. We've got a glue pocket on this side and this side. On this side and this side, so the card will stay in. Okay, let's go ahead and, since we're keeping the theme of rounded corners, we're going to go ahead and round these little pockets. Oh, I'm just got pockets. Cards, I'm sorry. Need to get my terminology correct. That would really confuse you, or could. But I'm sure some of you people out here watching have been at it a lot longer than me. So you probably got your terminology down pat. Let's put a little bit of color of that. Matching some of the blending in there. So now we've got some of the gold, the red, everything in this one. Okay, and put that one there. This goes back up in here like this. Fold it, and then just kind of roll it down. I'm going to have to re-glue that one where I cut it. It's not holding quite enough for me. So we're going to glue a little more right there. Remember, we had to cut some of it off. So it got some of the line, and it's cut. It's crooked, so I'm going to go back and straighten that out. Go back and straighten that out a little bit. I let things worry me too bad, but I just meticulous about things being straight. And I need to stop it because it's a junk journal and everything's not going to be perfect. Get rid of that white line. I hate the white lines. All right, now, one more time. We're going to tuck it under right there. And now you've got your journaling spot. Okay. Make sure it's straight. Okay. This is our card. And now we're going to tuck this right here. Make sure you don't let your thing hang over. There you go. There's your card. Now again, if this did not fit all the way in, you could have put a pull tab, and you still can put a pull tab on there if you wish to. I'm not going to on mine. It would be cute with one, but I'm not. And there we have it. This one was easy. I still want to put a little something in this corner. And I think what we're going to do is go with another piece of, just a piece of greenery. Maybe another poinsettia. I don't want to take all the writing spot up. But up here, it doesn't matter if it hangs over. So I think that's what we're going to do there. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to go find me some small rhinestones. And I'm going to put either rhinestones or some kind of little pellets. I got all kinds of little things. But I need to do something in the center of my poinsettia. Again, me just being picky. But I do want something in the center of my poinsettia up there. That to me is my design. So give me just a second and let me go find my little things that I make my center of my poinsettia, and I'll be right back. I'm going to cut off just a second. Okay, this is the smallest rhinestone I could find, but we're going to see if one of the smallest ones on this tab will work, because there's some, I'm not sure. They're not different sizes. Let's see if they're too big or if they'll work. You know what? I like it. It's going to be okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's not too large. I was a little fearful, and they're already sticky, but I always add a little bit of extra glue just to be safe. I want to keep my designs all together when I do them. So there we go. Got my poinsettias on my card. All right. This one didn't take long at all, guys. We can do a lot more simple ones like this. We'll be really zipping through this book. And that's our goal, is to get through. Okay, let's try to pull a little bit of stuff aside that we worked with. I'm just going to lay it over because I got to repackage all that. Don't want to lose it because this stuff takes forever for me to cut out. And I have to do everything. Nope, I don't have anybody help me do anything. So I have to be very conscientious of my product. All right, so let's pull our little signature back over here. And let's line it up in there. Now, you got another decision to make. At this point, always, this is an option you have with every single one of these cards that you can attach. This is the simplest way for me to be able to design and then get it in my book. You got an option here. You can bring this all the way down, and you can put a beautiful tag in there. And I have some mighty pretty ones that are done. I even have a mouse one that would be absolutely gorgeous on that side, since everything is going between snowmen and the mice. I think that's what we're going to do there. So we're going to go with this tag. We're going to move the book, insert all the way to the edge, and we're going to glue just on these three sides. So I'm going to grab it at my top, flip it over, and I'm going to glue here, here, and here, keeping my edges close as I can, but you don't have to worry too much because this is a whole lot wider than that tag. So if you spill out into a little bit, you're not hurting a thing. And you do want enough that you've got a good tight hold, because this card is going to a rather flimsy page, so you want a good hold on it. I make my copy dot paper out of just regular copy paper, so it's not the sturdiest paper in the world. And so I've kind of got that glue on thick. Got to get it back into the book where I want it. I want just a little bit of my edge there, always, and I want to come as close, or I want to stay away from my spine, because that way, as you're turning pages, you just don't get a lot of bulk. I try to stay away from my spine as much as I can, without it looking odd. I mean, you can't come way out here and have wire at the spine. I don't do that. But if you do have something and you still want to come out, you can always use die cuts to decorate edges. They're really nice and flat. You don't have a lot of problem with that. Okay, so let's take our card and do our thing with it. Grab my hole punch and get it in the center. And I'm eyeballing it. There was a time in my life doing this that I measured the direct center and all that good stuff. I don't do that no more. I'm not going to worry about something that simple. I'm going to reach over here and grab a ribbon. I've got lots of ribbon, and I don't know if I want to go to check. I'm going to offset the color a little bit. Maybe not. All kinds of ribbons here. I need to get my ribbons organized because I have got quite a mixture. That one's not going to work. I might just use my red satin. I've got a red satin, and then I've got a red that I've already used somewhere else. That one. I've got more red than this, so I've got to figure out where all my ribbon is. But I could go with one of my greens. That green, not quite that green, not quite that. That green matches pretty, doesn't it? That's what I'm going with, guys. It's got a little bit of a texture pattern. I'm going to break away from the monotony of the red. So I'm going to get this one. This was ribbon that came from Really Reasonable Ribbon. There was a while that I got her kits from the kids. She stopped doing them now. Cost of shipping just got so bad. She had to stop, and I'm really disappointed because I sure liked my monthly ribbons. And when I use them up, I don't know, I'll go back and just start having to order them individually. All right, so I'm going to tie this off like just, you know what, maybe we can do it this way. Just make it simple. Let's just put it through like this and see if it works. Sometimes you can do just a hoop. Sometimes you can't, but sometimes you can. I might have cut it too short, and I don't want to waste, like I said, don't want to waste my ribbon, so I'm going to figure out how to use it. Yeah, you should measure your ribbon. Something I should have done. I should have put it through here and done it first. But you know what? I think we're going to be able to manage. If it's a little thicker, wider than what I usually use doing this. I kind of like that. I just kind of like that. Keeps catching over that side there. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. See it catching there? I'm going to beat it up right here with my fingers and then pull it. And to make it a lot sturdier, I'm going to do my little old glue trick right under the thing there. Hold it down. And there we go. That'll dry in a little while and they'll be fine. Okay, so let's slide them in there. Okay, so there is our finished product. I haven't got a name for this, except this is just another journal pocket stack. I guess journal card pocket stack is what we're going to call this one, the journal card pocket stack. So that's what you'll look for when you're seeing things that match this. And I'm really going to have to work on this a little bit more. I don't like the way it's spreading out, but we'll crunch it up as the glue dries. Oh, I think I got it right there. Okay. All right, here's how it works. Let's go through it one more time. We have a large journaling card here with a large journaling spot that pops down and you unfold, and you got journaling cards there. You pop it back in and just kind of slide it up under so it'll catch. That way it stays in place. Nice and neat. Slide right back into that pocket there. We have a tag in the very back spot that has journaling space on the back. There. The second layer is right here, and it has a double pocket on this side with journaling cards on each one. And again, you can do what I showed you how to do, where you fold it down if you wanted to. Not necessarily do it on every one. Another one. Again, these cards here, these three, came from Rachel Bella's 2023 Christmas collaboration, I think is what it was called. I wish I could think of the hashtag, but I'll probably put it down in the description. All right, and then the top layer is a piece of the my lined background, which is also in the kit, my kit. This is a Rachel Bella cutout from her kit, and this is from our kit. This one is the Ho 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 guy. And then we've got a little tuck spot there. And, we haven't tucked anything in it, so we might need to try to find just a small card to tuck in there. And there's one. We'll just do it for now. I might find something I like a little better, but it's the perfect size. We'll tuck a card there. And then we've got the top layer has this card with another one of the journaling spots that are folded out like a matchbox. A matchbook fold, and that goes right in there. And there is still room, if you wished, for another card. If you gotta have another one similar to this side, there's room for it. I think one is a plenty. That's all I'm going to use for that spot. That's it for me. Okay, so there it is. That is our 3 journal card stack pockets. So hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little shorter than normal, but hey, it's an easy one. It's a way to get a page done and out of the way quickly. It does help when you've already got your stuff pre-prepped, which is what I had done. I had pre-prepped a lot of my stuff. I don't always do that, and it makes my videos so much longer, but I did pre-prep this one. Again, my base inspiration came from Kate Maurer. Look her up. She's a wonderful, wonderful total I call journal junkie. She really does beautiful junk journals. Again, we do kits and make the journals from the kits. So anyway, Nana Kay signing off for now. Please join us again. Like and subscribe. Watch our videos all the way through. It really helps our ratings. I did not meet my goal this year of 1,000 subscribers. If you look at my subscribers, you'll see I'm nowhere near it. But I do thank all those who have followed me throughout the year so far, and which we really started, I think, late August, really pushing this channel. So we've only had a few months, so I guess I had high expectations. But anyway, I hope that you continue to follow me. This is Nana Kay from beautiful, sunny Eastern North Carolina saying bye-bye for now, and we'll catch you later. Guys, I'm popping back in for just a minute. I had ended the video on the on that insert we just did, which was the stack. But in the video, I did tell you guys I would show you how to do the cards like this. So right quick, let's just, since the video was not too horribly long, let's just add this to it. Jump back in, and what we're going to do, find a journaling card you like. Now, mine have lined back, so this is the way, however you do your extensions is up to you. But this, we're going to extend this card to a larger journaling spot. Okay, what I do is I measure, I take my paper, and I've got a lot of my papers pre-printed, front and back. I print them on just regular copy paper front and back so it keeps the bulk out with some thin. And then I cut them, I measure them and cut them just a little bit smaller than the actual width of the tack, because you don't want it to expand out where it's seen, because you really want it to be a hidden writing spot. Then what I do is I want my writing spot to come out to the top of my card. I'm going to glue that in, or to the bottom. I like the bottom, and I'm going to come in and just kind of line my lines up, because I'm just meticulous that way. It doesn't have to be, especially if you're not using line paper on your bag. You know, but you're going to come in and just put a little bit of space down here, and I'm lining mine back up, and I'm kind of centering it like this. So there is my extension added on. Now comes the part where it gets really important and that you pay attention. You're going to want to put one of your clip arts, well, I call them chip arts, and one of my chip arts, you're going to want to put a chip art at that top to hold that down. It doesn't have to be a whole one, because that one's really too large. You can do just a piece of one, something small. You can cut off a piece of one like this one. I could probably put this one and just cut off the top part, and you still get a cute little design there. So this is a piece of chip we're going to use. Okay, we'll put that aside. Your first fold comes, now when you're gluing, don't glue all the way to the edge. Make sure you got a little extra line here. And line your paper up as straight as you can up that card, because this first fold is going to be where you keep your card, your paper lined up. Hold it there. The next piece, you're going to come down a little lower, so because you want room to glue this, but you still want this to catch. So I lay it up here to about where I think I'm going to put my my little Matchbox catch right here, and then I'm going to slide my paper up so that at least it will catch it, and that's where my next fold's going to be. Try to make sure it's lined up on both sides again, and decrease. Then at this bottom, it looks like I don't have enough room for another fold. So you got an option here to either make a small pocket or just cut this off. So I'm going to and I'm going to turn this back around and fold it this way, because I really want it to fold this way inside. So I am going to make just a small pocket here. Just a small one, nothing big, just a little tiny something can scoot in there, okay? So all right, now let's look at it. So we want the pocket to be on the inside. You're going to pull it back out like this, and you're going to turn this fold the opposite way as you folded it. Okay, I'm going to put my pocket right here. And I don't know if I've got a little tag or something I can stick in that pocket, but I do right there. Again, I'm pulling from Rachel Bella's clip art. She's got this cute little tiny tag, or she's got stamps in her clip art. And I'm going to use a couple of her Christmas stamps in the bottom of my thing here. I like these little Christmas stamps. They're beautiful. Both of these are part of the Nativity. So those are going there. Then we're going to fold it back up this way. so that your pocket's on the inside, and we're going to pull it back up this way. And so there's your fold. All right, let's put this back down. And I just lost I floated aside like a dinghy head. And I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, what a disappointment. Well, you know what? We can take one of these. Not a big deal. This is kind of cute, so let's see if we can work with this. Let me see if that's going to be too big. Nope, that'll be fine. Okay, let's use this tab here. And I think I am going to cut some of it off. So I'm going to center it in there. And you don't glue the bottom part because it's got to stick in there. So you don't want to glue your bottom. I'm going to glue it right about there in the center. Right about there in the center. Okay, let's see if we can get it to grab. Okay, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to cut that excess back off. Okay, now, all right, let's flip it up, and there you have it, guys. And I might have glued it too much. If you did, just push it up because my glue is still not dry yet. Push it up until I get it where I'm not hitting glue. All right, I'm going to go a little bit more off, But all you're just trying to do is just get you a little place to tuck it. That's all, just a really tiny tuck, just so your paper will tuck in, and that completes your design. That's what you're after, right there. And now, there you have it, guys. You got your secret writing spot tucked in behind your card. Just that simple, and that can add so much more writing space to your journal. You can prep these ahead for any journals that you have. I've got the Mason jar one done, and I've really done that one with a really big tag on it, but it still works just fine. It's got a pocket on the inside. So, you know, you can do a lot. Well, that's because that was in the pocket that fell out. But I had that one done earlier. And I just slide them under. So pre-prep these, get them ready so you'll have them. We'll probably be using these kind of things a lot in the remainder of the 3 signatures that we're working on for tis the season. So I'm signing off again this time. I promise I'm gone. This is Nana Kay saying goodbye. But I had promised you in the video and show you how to do it. So I am tacking it at the end. So there it is. If you have any questions, write in the comments below. Bye-bye.